Hey everyone, today I want to talk about my creative workflow as well as my take on philosophy for art making or just making anything creative in general. Right now it's snowing, so I'm taking this opportunity to record a video instead of studying for my finals. 人と人流れ止めどない極東での暮らしについてゆけるはずもない単純 What I've been thinking about is how to maximize your creative output through capturing and organizing your thoughts. I think as creative people, we tend to react strongly to thoughts and emotions. Sometimes we're even referred to as sensitive people, but I think these experiences give us an opportunity to get to know ourselves better, and you lose that chance by not jotting them down. After all, your work represents a part of you, conscious or subconscious, and creating art gives you an outlet to explore that emotion or experience that is unique to you. That's why I think art is so beautiful. So a little bit about how I currently plan my creative projects, which for me are mainly novels and short stories. Here's a little mind map that I've drawn. This is just my script, so don't mind this, but basically I get random realizations throughout the day and I filter out the ones worth keeping, which usually are the ones that keep recurring, into my notes app, which goes into here. And this conscious act prompts you to think about how these ideas could relate to one another, which is literally the definition of innovation. So you combine two novel ideas. And currently I find my thoughts contributing to a story or a project idea once it's already pre-established, but it's important to create a whole new category if a thought is different from the rest. And that way you maximize flexibility and let ideas express themselves without forcing them somewhere they don't belong. So basically after the reoccurring thoughts I put into my notes app, and once my thoughts start to accumulate on notes app, I just sort them out through categorizations, which they emerge through different mediums such as novels, YouTube videos, or maybe even scripts or like lyrics, right? And so for me personally, I write short stories and novels, so I use a program called Ryuta, which is a novel writing website, to flesh them out even more. And right now, these steps might seem a little bit overcomplicated or long and tedious, but I think they actually help filter out the weak ideas, the fact that you have to consciously think of where to place your thoughts and ideas. Because sometimes I remove thoughts I was convinced were essential last week, but now they fit better in, say, a different story or like a different medium. So this process accounts for that flexibility. For thoughts and ideas that are not related to writing, I recently started using Ari.na. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's basically a creative research platform designed for conscious internet browsing, and you could categorize almost anything into lists in which they call channels. And so what I like about it is how much control you have in creating your lists and making them as personal as you want them to be. And personally, I like looking at architecture and lighting from time to time, so I've compiled things there along with book quotes that I can draw inspiration from. I like to think of it as a memory board or like a record of who you are, something that can help clarify your identity as an artist, because there's less restrictions compared to Pinterest or Tumblr where it's just images. Arena really you could compile like links, YouTube videos, like you could get as specific as you want with how these lists are made, and I believe the more unique they are, tells you more about you as a person. A quote I really like from Steve Jobs is, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back." Usually the things we like or feel drawn to aren't clear to us from the beginning, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't keep a record of them. So don't restrict your ideas just because they aren't rational or logical yet. Personally, for me, I think that categorization is very important because it gives direction, right? It shows where your work is pulling you. For example, this video you're watching right now came together simply because I had enough recorded thoughts around the topic. It just happened. I can't honestly explain how or why. So deciding on a medium isn't the important part, but just accumulating ideas and categorizing them as best as you can, and naturally the right medium will emerge. So there's another saying I like, which is, once the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Tao Te Ching. Totally butcher that pronunciation, but you get the point. So yeah, this approach I've noticed is
a little spiritual, right? Because it requires paying attention to your thoughts and being present. But viewing creativity in this way helps you recognize your ideas more clearly, and that way it reflects more accurately of who you are in your work. I think growing up, I've been changing this entire time, even when I couldn't consciously perceive it. And recording thoughts in categories help illustrate that change in a way that makes sense to you. For people who want to read more on the philosophy of art, I read some books on it. So, The Creative Act by Rubin, Art and Fear by David Bayles, and Show Your Work by Kleon. I love talking about philosophy of art, so I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments or whether I should make more content like this. So yeah, today's a pretty short video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you next time.